People of Earth, my name is Colin, your name is Audience, and this is going to be a really quick one today because once again, I have been lazy and have just been lying around the house doing nothing. But last week, immediately following the last vlog, we actually ran into a bit of a situation, and by a bit of a situation, I mean a 13-inning baseball game on Tuesday night. The game started at about 6 p.m., and went all the way to about midnight. Not fantastic. But that's the job, you work the game until the game's over. But yeah, so about, I don't know, 4.5, maybe even 5 hour game. Went into extra innings, 13, as I said, and then got back in the car, drove back down here, back up to Stanton, and got back to Stanton around 2:30 a.m., which, let's be clear, is not, super late for me to be up. I typically don't go to bed until around 1, kind of at the earliest. As a matter of fact, it's almost 2 a.m. right now that I'm recording this, so not unusual for me to be up that late. However, it is unusual for me to be like out and about that late. Typically, I will be at home lying in bed at least midnight. So that was kind of hectic. I'm just now noticing that the router that is typically underneath my desktop got moved somewhere else, which is weird because that's normally not like that. And that would explain maybe some of the Ethernet issues I've been having this week. So I'm going to investigate that in a second. And then after that happened, we basically did nothing for the rest of the week. Hung out, played some golf on Wednesday. As a matter of fact, I played disc golf last Monday. Then baseball game on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, we played normal golf. And then Thursday, I don't believe we did anything. And then Friday, went and played some disc golf again. Hung out. And then Saturday, drove back down to William & Mary. Did our last home lacrosse game down there. So we're done with lacrosse. So the only sport that's left for this season right now is baseball. So we've got 3 coming up this weekend. And then a little bit further after that, looking more towards May, we've got the Coastal Athletic Association, CAA, softball tournament. And then following that, a couple weeks later, we've got the CAA baseball tournament. So that's all, coming up in the future. But lacrosse is done. We're done doing lacrosse. We're not doing any more lacrosse. So we can mark that off the list. In terms of other things on the horizon, pretty much more or less locked in with my summer job this year again. Back in Charlottesville doing some film education program, which is fun. I really enjoyed doing it last year. It's very different from what I do during the year. So it's a good break, as it were, from that high intensity, high stress environment of collegiate athletics broadcasting. Not that I don't love collegiate athletics broadcasting, or whatever you want to call it, the live production. Not that I don't love that stuff, but when you do it for 6 months straight, at the end of that 6 months, you're like, wouldn't it be great if there was something else to do? But yeah, everything's been going pretty great. Parents were in town just this last weekend. Oh, I forgot. Sunday, today's technically Tuesday because you're watching this on Tuesday. But Sunday, went down to Charlottesville and worked a UVA baseball game. So obviously I had worked some basketball games at UVA, but this was the first baseball game I had worked down there. And it was pretty sweet. They've got a great park down there. It's really nice. Obviously the camera equipment is all pretty quality as well. Fun group of people to work with down there. And I always enjoy it. I will say the call times are a little bit crazy early. That's something that everybody recognizes who works down there. So the call times are, I don't want to say heinous is the right word, but it is like for a 1 p.m. game. I my call time to be there was 9:30 in the morning, which, as somebody who works a lot of gigs with like 1 hour or 2 hour maximum call times, that seems insane. And if you are a similar person who works 2 hour call times or 1 hour call times, 1 hour, 45 minutes, whatever, that seems heinous as well. But I think once you get more up to the, network shows or professional sports or that type of stuff, I feel like that becomes a little less heinous or a little bit more normalized that the call times are that early. Because frankly, obviously there's a lot of time for sitting around a little bit, but that also means there's a lot of time to solve any problems that come up or to, get associated with your camera that you're going to be running or just camera meetings. There's time for all of that stuff. Whereas with a 2 hour call time, maybe there's not quite as much time for that kind of extra stuff. So, but yeah, everything's going good. As I said, folks were down here, had a good time hanging with them. And yeah, we're just gonna keep on chugging till we get to summer. Been looking kind of towards the end of the summer, looking at some plans, maybe doing a friend gathering of some sort, or we are as a family going on a vacation to the Midwest, to Nebraska specifically. So that'll be pretty fun. Looking at flights for that, looking at scheduling and all that stuff. So kind of a lot going on, but at the same time, as I've always talked about, not a lot going on. Yeah, I could talk about it all day, how when I'm working and I'm working my butt off. But then when we've got 4 or 5 days in between those gigs, it kind of feels like everything slows way down and it takes forever to get through a day. Like today's a prime example, Monday. I literally did nothing. I will say this, I was extremely, I don't know if it was because I had an energy drink on Sunday morning I was tired when I woke up on Sunday morning, so I bought an energy drink, powered up for baseball, and then as soon as I left UVA baseball, as soon as I left Charlottesville on Sunday, my energy dropped to like a crazy level where I was just really tired. I almost didn't want to do anything when I got home. Like I was like, I could have fallen asleep on the couch. I didn't. Watched a little bit of American Idol with my mom. Can't believe that show is still on television, to be perfectly honest. But then came upstairs at 9:30 and fell asleep, and then woke up this morning and both my parents had left to go back to Alexandria, and I didn't say goodbye or anything because I was unconscious for that amount of time. So, yeah, which means I'm probably gonna, as I'm recording this, I'm up late right now. So I definitely need to get that sleep pattern back on track or whatever and figure my stuff out. Otherwise, I'm going to be just a mess. So things are going good. Not super stressed about a whole lot of stuff. Excited that the live production season is coming to an end and we get to transfer over to the film side of things for a couple months. Because that's always fun, and working with the kids is always a really fun time. So looking forward to that, but also looking forward to the tournaments coming up, because that's always those are always really fun and a good challenge. And as if you know anything about me, it's that I do appreciate a good challenge. So looking forward to everything coming up, really. But definitely trying to keep a better eye on things of when I'm feeling in a rut or when things are making me stressed or stuff like that. So definitely trying to pay attention to that, but also allowing myself to be excited and give myself fully to the work. So that's gonna do it for this week. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing me on camera for once instead of me just randomly throwing random footage together that I have filmed over the week. And hopefully as I get a little bit more motivation for these again, it kind of comes and it goes with the vlogs in terms of the motivation. So hopefully we're going to come back up with the motivation as we get closer to summer. So that's good for right now. I'll catch all of you next week. But if I don't, have a good one. Peace.